Hello, Rhonda here with an intermediate mat workout focusing on abdominal strength and adding in a little bit more back extensions. I'm going to get you good and warmed up first. We'll start standing. Let's begin. All right, let's go ahead and stand nice and tall on our mats with our feet in parallel. Engage your abdominals and your glutes. We'll start with our breath work. Let's inhale to sweep both arms up. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 3 more times like this. Inhale and then exhale. With each time you reach up towards the ceiling, think about lengthening through the spine. One last time here. All right, now moving in lateral flexion, we're going to reach that right arm up and over. Inhale through the center, exhale, reach the left arm up and over. So let's move in that flow from one side to the other. Inhale, center, exhale to flex. One more in each direction. Let's bring it back to center. We're going to interlace our grip, flip our palms out, and then reach our palms up towards the ceiling. Looking at your hands, engage your glutes and your abs once again. Now bring your gaze towards your hands as you bring your arms slightly back. Take 2 breaths here. And go ahead and release your arms. Now moving in rotation. So just reaching one arm across, then the other. Keep that navel drawn into the spine. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to come into a roll down onto the mat. So keeping your feet in parallel, that same position, we're going to inhale to reach and lengthen. Exhale, dive forward, get that nice scoop in the belly. Rolling down nice and slow. Find the floor with your fingertips. Walk your hands forward. Bring your knees underneath your hips, wrists in line with elbow in line with shoulder. Now moving in a cat-cow flow. We're going to take an inhale, exhale to draw the navel in, flex the spine into cat, and then inhale into cow as you extend the spine, the crown of the head, and the tailbone are reaching in opposite directions again. Flexing to cat, and then inhaling to cow. 3 more rounds. Let's bring the spine back to neutral. Now moving in a little bit more rotation, we're going to reach that right arm up and out, and then we're going to thread the needle. Now just go ahead and move in that flow, reaching up and then threading. Two more. Go ahead and place that right hand back to the mat. And now we're going to reach the left arm up. Take an inhale, exhale, and thread. Inhale to open, exhale to thread. It's 1 breath, 1 movement. 2 more. Now moving into spinal balance. Re-engage the abs. You're going to reach the right arm forward and the left leg back, keeping the hips even. Inhale, exhale and switch. Left arm reaches, right leg goes back. Inhale, exhale and switch. Pausing as you stretch your limbs in opposite directions. keeping those hips level. One more on each side. All right, let's go ahead and make our way onto our backs. All right, let's go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Our hands are right behind our thighs. Our feet are in parallel. We're going to take an inhale. Exhale to draw the navel in and do a slow roll down here, tucking the tailbone under first. Lower spine, mid spine, and upper spine. Head lands last. Let's go ahead and walk those feet in slightly. We're going to do some articulating bridges. So take an inhale to prepare. Exhale. Tilt your pelvis towards you. Lift your glutes, your lower spine, mid spine, upper spine. Big sip of air at the top. And then exhale. Drop the sternum down first. Upper spine, mid spine, lower spine. The tailbone lands last. We'll do this 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale to tilt and lift. Big breath of air at the top. And then exhale, slowly rolling the spine down, upper, mid, and lower. One last time. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, lowering down bone by bone. Your tailbone lands last. All right, let's bring our arms out to the side, bring our legs in tabletop position, zip up the legs, keep those shoulders anchored, and then we're gonna move into torso rotations. Inhale, center, exhale to drop the knees over to one side, and then the other. One more in each direction. Let's go ahead and bring our legs back to center, plant our feet back onto the mat. Feet are hip bone distance apart. Let's reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling for our 100 prep. Inhale, exhale, and reach your fingertips towards the outside edges of your feet. And then lower. Again, inhale. Exhale, pause and reach. 4 more times. With each time, coming up a little bit further, lifting those shoulders off the mat. One more. All right, we are ready for our 100s. So you can either have your legs in tabletop position or your legs extended at a 45-degree angle. Let's go ahead and inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Start pumping those arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. Inhale, and exhale. One last round. Inhale, and exhale. All right, let's go ahead and draw the knees to the chest. Rock from side to side to do a little release work. Let's go ahead and stretch both legs long, flex the feet, anchor those legs. Now moving on to our roll up. Let's reach those arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, lift the head, nod the chin towards the chest. Reach for those toes. Rebuild the spine through the center. Exhale and roll on down, bone by bone. Big inhale and exhale. Lift and reach. Inhale through the center. Restack the spine, tuck, and roll on down. Use that breath. Big inhale here. Three more. Relaxing your shoulders through the center. Last one. All right. Let's go ahead and bend both knees. Bring both feet flat onto the mat. We're going to do a little hamstring stretch before we come into our single leg circles. Reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. You're going to stretch the left leg long onto your mat. Draw your knee towards your nose, nose towards the knee. Take 3 deep breaths. Stretch that right leg long onto the mat. Reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. And then give that left leg a stretch. 3 deep breaths here. Let's go ahead and stretch that left leg long onto the mat. Flex the left foot. Anchor that left hip. Point the toes of the right foot. Draw it in towards your center line. Stretch the leg long towards the ceiling. We're going to start counterclockwise with our circle. Down, up, and around. Starting at 12. Pausing at 12. Try to keep that left hip stable. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now moving into reverse, clockwise, starting at 12, pausing at 12. Three more. All right, let's go ahead and stretch that right leg long onto the mat. Flex the right foot, anchor that right hip. Point the toes of the left foot, drag it in towards your center line. We'll reach the leg up towards the ceiling, starting with our circles clockwise. Trying to keep that right hip nice and still. Last 2. Let's move in the other direction, counterclockwise. Pausing at 12. 2 more. Nice. All right. We're gonna roll up to sitting. Inhale those arms overhead. And then exhale. Roll on up. Preparing for rolling like a ball. So let's go ahead and bring both feet in. Knees are flexed. We're going to balance on our sits bones. Get that nice scoop in the belly. Hands are at our shins. Elbows are wide. Looking at the tops of our thighs. We're going to try to keep the shape of our body as we roll back. And then back to that starting position. Inhale. Exhale to roll back. Last 3. Nice. All right, now moving into single leg stretch. We're gonna bounce on our sit bones, float the feet off the mat. We're gonna keep the right knee in. We're gonna stretch the left leg long. With control, let's roll on down. And then we'll switch and switch. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep both knees in, preparing for double leg stretch. Keep that nice scooping through the belly. Inhale to reach the limbs out, and then exhale to draw it in. As we're moving our limbs, we're trying to keep that upper body stable. Squeezing those knees in for 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and roll on up to a seated position to prepare for our spine stretch series. We're going to start with spine stretch forward. Our feet are about 12 to 15 inches apart, bringing our arms out in front of us in parallel. Take an inhale, exhale, reach out, forward and down, and then inhale to restack the spine. Again, inhale, exhale, and reach. Relax the shoulders as you come back to that nice tall seated position. Last 4, 3, 'Nice. All right, let's go ahead and zip up those legs. Those feet are flexed and flat like they're up against a board. Arms out to the side, preparing for spine twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist, twist over to one side. Inhale, center, exhale, twist, twist over to the other. Sitting up nice and tall up through the sit bones. Our chins parallel to the ground. Keeping those arms wide. One more in each direction. All right, now let's go ahead and separate the legs, preparing for saw. Let's bring both arms out again. Take an inhale, exhale, rotate, pulse, pulse, pinky finger against the pinky toe. Come back to that nice tall seated position through the center, and then up and over to the other side. With each repetition, maybe see if you can reach a little further over past that pinky toe. One more in each direction. Nice. All right, now that our legs are all stretched out, we can move into open leg rocker. I'll show you what this looks like from the side. I'll show you, and also show you a couple of variations. So we're going to grab the outsides of the legs, elbows wide, nice scoop in the belly. Take an inhale, exhale, roll back, and then back to that start position. If you're feeling your hamstrings are a little bit tight, feel free to grab onto the backs of the thighs. Again, trying to keep that same shape of the spine as you roll forward and back with control. 4 more. Last one. All right, now moving into leg pull up. We're going to stretch both legs long, sit up nice and tall. Let's bring our fingertips just right behind our glutes, open up through the chest and the shoulders. Take an inhale to lift the hips up. We're going to pulse one leg up and then the other. As we're moving the legs, we're trying to keep that upper body stable. One more on each side. And now let's make our way onto our stomachs, preparing for baby swan. Let's engage our abs and our glutes to protect our lower back. Our palms are facing down, framing our head, forearms anchored. We're going to inhale to slowly lift, and then exhale to lower. We're keeping our head in line with our neck and our upper back. Not overextending that neck at all. 2 more times. Last time here. Now moving into single leg kicks. We're going to interlace our grip. Sides of our forearms are on the mat. Our feet are about hip bone distance apart or narrower. Let's start with the right leg. Flex, flex, point the toe, reach it out, and set it down. Flex, flex, point, and reach the other leg, alternating from one side to the other. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Flex, flex, point, and reach. One more on each side. All right, now moving into double leg kicks. We're going to bring the side of our head onto the mat, place our hands at the small of our back. We're going to flex 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Interlace our grip, and then inhale into a back extension again. Now turning the head over to the other side. Inhale, center, turn the head. Inhale to lift, exhale to turn. Our heels are connected as we pulse those feet in for 3 times. One more in each direction. Nice. Now let's bring our palms a little closer to our shoulders, preparing for full swan. Inhale to lift, and then exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Just 2 more times. Last time here. All right, from here we're gonna do a little release work. Take an inhale, exhale to shift those hips back into a child's pose. Reach those fingertips forward. And now we're gonna come into a forearm plank. Elbows directly underneath the shoulders, coming up on our toes. Head in line with our neck, upper back, spine. And we're gonna hold here for 4 breaths. Let's go ahead and bring our knees to the mat. Coming onto our hands and then into a high plank to prepare for leg pull. Lifting one leg up and then the other. These are leg pull downs. Alternating from one side to the other. One more on each side. Nice. Now we're ready for our side lying series. So coming onto your sides, aligning the hips and shoulders, nice uplift at the waist, starting with those leg lowers. Keep that top leg hovered and make circles in one direction. And then reverse the direction. Pause there, moving into leg kicks. Flex, flex, point the toe, and then sweep it back. Nice. All right, now moving into bananas. Coming all the way down onto your bicep with your palm facing up. And then lifting and lowering both zipped up legs. And adding that upper body. Three more. Nice. Now up and over to the other side. Hips stacked, shoulders stacked. Starting with those leg lowers. And then keep that top leg hovered, point the toe. Make circles with that toe in one direction. And then reverse the direction. Pause there. Leg kicks. Flex the foot, point the toe, and sweep it back. Still trying to keep those hips stacked. Last two. All right, come all the way down onto your bicep. with your palm facing up, bananas. Lifting and lowering both zipped up legs, and then adding the upper body. Three more. Nice. We're going to make our way back onto our backs. Let's go ahead and give it a stretch first. Bring our right ankle on top of our left thigh, and then come into that piriformis stretch, stretching out those glutes. Maybe rock from side to side to release that lower back. And then switch. Go ahead and stretch both legs long. Now preparing for single straight leg stretch. Let's reach that right leg up towards the ceiling. Grab onto it. Float the left leg off the mat, and then pulse the right leg in, and then the left. Keep that nice scoop in through the belly. Upper body's off the mat. Three, two, and one. Now moving into a double straight leg stretch. Let's bring our hands behind at the base of our skull with our elbows wide in our peripheral vision. Lifting and lowering both legs. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bringing the legs in tabletop position, preparing for crisscross. Rotate, inhale center, and rotate. Armpit heads for opposite knee. Getting a good rotation in through the spine. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and draw the knees to the chest. Rock from side to side to release that lower back. Plant both feet back onto the mat. We're going to do flat back bridging now. Just using that neutral spine and then lifting and lowering the hips. No articulation this time. Two more. Hold it at the top. Bring the right leg up towards the ceiling, and then lift and lower that right leg. Try to keep those hips level. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and bring that right foot back onto the mat. Give it a little break first before we move on to the other side. Take an inhale to lift the hips up. Stretch the left leg long up towards the ceiling, and then lift and lower that left leg. And we're keeping those hips nice and even. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring that foot back onto the mat. Let's give it a nice stretch here, spine stretch, arms overhead, legs long, couple of breaths. Go ahead and relax those arms down by your side. Bend the knees. Float the legs in tabletop position, preparing for teaser. Let's bring those arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale the arms overhead, and then exhale, lift the head, nod the chin towards the chest, and stretch the legs long. And then slowly lower, tuck and roll down bone by bone. Again, inhale to reach those arms overhead, and then exhale to lift. And then slowly roll on down. 2 more. Lowering down with control. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and bring the feet a little bit wider than the hips and windshield wipe those knees from side to side. We're going to make our way into a seated position. Preparing for mermaid. So aligning our shins with our mats, and then sitting up nice and tall up through our sit bones. So your feet are over towards your left. You're gonna bring your left arm out to the side. Take an inhale, exhale, reach up and over. Inhale back to center. Right arm reaches up and over. Keep that space between the chin and the chest. Inhale back to center. Left arm reaches up and flex. Now you're going to turn towards your mat. Scoot that right hand back a bit. Take a couple of breaths here. And then slowly come out of it as you came in. That left bicep tracks right over the ear. Inhale through the center. Back into that counter stretch. Inhale back to center and release those arms down by your side. And bring the legs up and over to the other side, towards your right. Aligning your shins with your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your right arm out. Take an inhale. Exhale. That right bicep tracks right over the ear. Inhale, center into your counter stretch. That left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, center. Right arm reaches. Hold it here. Turn towards your mat. Scoot that left hand back, coming into that torso stretch. Hold for 2 breaths here. And then slowly making your way out of it as you went into it. Inhale, center. Exhale, counter stretch. And then let's go ahead and finish off with a butterfly stretch here. So let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Sit up nice and tall. Get some length in through the spine. Maybe with those elbows gently pressing down on those inner thighs. And let's make our way into an easy seated position with our legs crossed. Finishing off with our breath work. Let's inhale to reach both arms up. Turn the palms out. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Reach and lengthen. Exhale. One last time. Nice job.